Hey guys! In this lesson, we are going to fix this footer margin to this original place using a special class called Clearfloat or Clearfix pseudo. Next, we are going to create a subpage as well, as in when the user clicks on the first thumbnail, it opens up a new tab of the larger image. So when you click on this, it's a larger image, and furthermore, it's a responsive image. So yep, let's look into how to create that. Now guys, the main reason of doing this lesson is to adjust the footer. Look at the footer that we have earlier on, right? It's on top. Okay, now the only main reason why the footer background will go top because these guys have been floated to the left. So when items are floated to the left, it don't behave normally like what they did. It's like ignoring the rest of the images or ignoring the rest of the items which on top of them, they are not behaving like themselves. So each time when we have done any floating to the left or floating to the right, we have to clear float just right after it. So what we need to do here is we need to create a class and make the class possible to clear float. For the reason, if we don't do that, we can insert any new div in between the image grid and the footer. Now look at the code here. In the image grid div, we have all the items floated to the left. But the problem here is we don't have any div to apply in the clear float. So the trick is we're going to insert a div tag and give it no name and create a syntax say clear float, and it totally works. So let's go and create a class here. So we need to go into the styles, global. Now we look for the selector called image grid. Okay, now we need to create a class right after this. So create a class. Now we're going to use back the same name, period image grid. Now we're going to put in a colon and we type after. So this class means we need to add a clear float right after the image grid. Click on this image grid after. So the main function for this image grid after is to clear float. So we look for the float. Alright, look for the float. Right beneath here it says clear. So we're going to clear both. Let's check it out. Click on the show set. Let's check it out whether you have applied it. Yep, clear float. And the next thing we need to apply is put display block. Remember the block that I mentioned before? Means a block of tower, a block of wood. So something means I can see you. Alright, so display block, click the show set. So clear float for both and display block. Alright, and next we need to put in a syntax here called content, and we don't have any content here, right here. But in Dreamweaver we can add item below here under the more. Alright, so click the text field under the more here, type in the word content, enter. And for the attributes here, just put in double quote. These are the three attributes we have applied in, and check it out in our styles CSS. Click the CSS code and check this out. Click styles, global, and look for the image grid after. Look at what we have applied it in. Right after the image grid, right? We want to clear both of the float. And we display block means I want to see the empty div, and the div is actually empty, double quote. Alright, so save your work and let's preview now. Now look at that, our footer behave normal now, okay, after we clear float. And go to the tablet mode and check it out. It's no longer on the top, it's back on its place. And in the mobile, it's there. Okay, the footer is a little bit too near. It's a little bit too near from the tablet as well and for the desktop as well. So let's go back to Dreamweaver. Now to adjust that, click styles, global, look for the selector in the global here, say image grid. Now this margin 120 is from the top here. So we need to adjust the bottom. Okay, let's put around 70. Now for my case here, I'll put 70. Enter. Now let's check it out here. 70, it's about this much. Okay, let's click the tablet mode and check it out. 70, it's cool. And mobile, what about here? Mobile 70, it's cool. Okay, please justify it from your own. Save all and preview again. Okay, so this is my desktop mode. My tablet looks good here, bottom and top here looks good. And go down to mobile, looks good on top and bottom as well. So next, we're going to put in a page link for the subpage when we click on the first image here. So back to Dreamweaver. Now to do this, let's check our local site folder. Now this is our local site folder on desktop. Now what we have here inside our local site folder is only one page called index.html. Now we need to create another page called Subpage. We call it Subportfolio. Okay, we need to create a page first. Alright, now in order to do so, go back to the Dreamweaver, click File, New. Now I'm going to create a new HTML page and select Create. Okay, so this is document 2. Now I'm going to save this now. File, Save As. Now put this inside our local site folder, which is on your desktop. Alright, and type this as sub-portfolio. Now for the sub page or for any other pages which is not your index page, which is not your home page, you can put any other name that you like. Alright, just ensure that don't put any key like this. Alright, any key like that. And also do not make any caps lock. Ensure that it's always in lowercase and no space in between. Alright, if you need any space in between, just put a dash here. For our lesson here, I'm going to put sub-portfolio.html. Okay, ensure you save this inside your local site folder. Save. It is an empty work here right now. Now for this page, I'm going to put in a large image for thumbnail 1. So in order to do that, click once on the live view here and click Insert Image. Locate the exercise file. Look for sub-img portfolio. JPEG, this is the one. Okay, click open. So this is a large image that we have insert. Now save your work, file, save all. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is we need to link our CSS file. Okay, now why we need to link our CSS file? Let's preview first. Yep, now take a look here. This is a big image, the huge image. Now what I want to do with this image actually is when I click on the thumbnail one, it will appear a subpage, which is this large image. Now, but when I scroll down, look at that. So the image is not responsive. So we have to create a class for this. Now look at the page now, back to Dreamweaver. We have created a new HTML subpage. Now we don't have any class yet. But we don't have to create a new class, right? We can link our CSS class from the local site folder. So we just link this to our portfolio page. So this is how we're going to do it. Under the sources here, click once on the plus sign. Select the second one, attach existing CSS file. Click browse. Look for the local site folder. And the one says styles.css. This is the style sheet that we have inside our local site folder. Click on this and click link. Now immediately you will see all our items are in here. So save this work, file, save all. Now we want to put this image responsive. Remember how to do this? Look for the class, responsive image. We put the width 100%, the height auto, and display block. We have created this earlier, so we just have to reuse this class inside the image here. So just click plus sign, okay, type dot responsive image, select this. And preview now. Now take a look, this is your desktop view, tablet view, and mobile view. Now this is responsive. Okay, now go back to the Dreamweaver. Okay, now switch to index file. This is my index, right? Switch this back. The first image here, the first thumbnail, click on the bigger menu. So underneath here, it says link. Now we don't want it to be hashed right now. Delete the hash. Click browse for file. Now we link this to sub-portfolio under our local site folder. Click open and we target it to a blank page. We don't want it to be in the parent page, which means it opens another new tab. So that's all. Save now. Alright, go back to the sub-portfolio page. click on the source code and preview again. Now we need to fix the title. We don't want it to call untitled document. Okay, now go back to the Dreamweaver. Now look at the source code here. Under the title here, it says untitled document. Right, delete this and give a name. So you have to type back your portfolio name. Save your work. Alright, go back to the index to preview. Now this is a desktop page. Take a look on top of the tab here. When you click on the first image, it opens up another tab. And this is your subpage to view the larger image for the first thumbnail. So anytime you can exit this because it's open blank. Right, and go back to our main page here. Alright, when you're in the tablet mode, try and click one time, it opens up another page. And when you go to the mobile mode, go up. Alright, the first image, click, it opens up another tab. Awesome. So next, we are looking into adding more contents into our page. So on to the next video.